Hello, welcome to my channel. Myself Dr. Dinesh Bhakkad. Today I am going to explain strategies for writing literature review. So let us begin with the introduction of literature review. It provides current knowledge including substantive findings. It expresses the theoretical and methodological contribution to the particular topic. It is an evaluative report of information found related to the study, and finally it justifies our research work. These are some objectives of literature review. The literature review is a critical look at the existing research that is significant to the work that you are carrying out. So it starts with to provide background information. It helps us. It also helps us to establish the importance of our study. It demonstrates familiarity to find out a space for further research, and it also gives a gap outline in previous research works. These are some importance of literature review, starting with providing an up-to-date information of the subject, identify the methods used in previous research, helps you to work out how to answer the question, provides comparison of your own findings, helps in writing research proposal and research methodology, identify the relations between the concepts, and it's also identify ideas for further consideration. These are some characteristics for effective literature review writing. What literature review required, and later on we will discuss that actual strategies to write a proper literature review. So it's in the category strategy. So let us see the characteristics of effective literature review. Starts with outlining important research trends, assessing the strength and weaknesses of existing research, identifying potential gap in knowledge, establish a need for current and or future research work. With this we understand the literature review and its importance. In my earlier video lecture of research methodology, I already explained how literature review will impact on your whole research process through research framework diagram. If you didn't see that video lecture, don't worry, I am providing link of the same here in the description of this video. So let us see the strategic steps for writing literature review. There are 5 steps, but before that have a look into cartoon images. They are trying to say something. Do you have any idea of your story yet? That little boy says, no, I am waiting for inspiration. You can't turn on creativity. You have to be in right mood. So again, what is that mood? That little boy says, last minute panic. So that proper literature review will help you to be in a perfect mood of research. Therefore, these strategic steps are very important for having a proper literature review. These are planning, then reading and research, then analyzing, then drafting, and finally revising. We will look one by one each steps so we can have a proper literature review. Starting with planning. What type of literature review I am writing? You must consider yourself what type of literature review I am writing. You must plan about that. focus in planning. In planning strategy, there are 5 steps, further steps, that are focus, type, scope, academic discipline and reflection. We will see each one by one. Starting with focus, what is the specific thesis, problem or research question that my literature review helps to define. Identify a focus that allows you sort and categorize information, eliminate irrelevant information. Your focus must be clear. Type, very important in planning section. What type of literature review I am conducting? There are various types of research is there. Theoretical, maybe methodological, policy research, quantitative, qualitative, this kind of. So you have to clear about your type of research. Then scope, what is the scope of my literature review, what type of sources I am using, that you must be very clear about your scope, sources. Then academic discipline, you know very well from which academic discipline you are. So what field I am working in, that is you must very clear. And last, reflection. Take a moment to answer each of the question in the planning section about a literature review you are currently working or plan to work on. How many questions could you answer? What question did this sort exercise raise for you? You must answer each one of your question so that you can have a proper planning for your literature review. Now the next important thing is that reading and researching. After planning, you must have clear what material I am going to use. You have decided your plan, you have started your literature review, so start the reading and researching again and again. While reading, collect and read material. You have to collect the material and you have to read the material. Then summarizing, while reading, summarize some sources or information which will help you in your drafting section. So for summarizing, this kind of some question is there. We have to summarize each and every literature review, what you are reading that. So who is the author? What is the author's main purpose? What is the author's theoretical perspective, research methodology of the author? Who is the intent audience of the author's literature? What is the principal point, conclusion, thesis, content and question of that particular literature? How does this study relate to other study of the problem or topic? What does this study add to your research? This is very important question. What does this study add to your research? So while reading and researching, you have to be very specific that you are reading the material related to your topic, related to your subject, which will help you in drafting your final literature review. Select only relevant article and books. This is also important. Select only relevant articles and books. Now the third point in strategic steps, that is analyzing. How do I assess in existing research? While reading and researching, after that you have to analyze what you have read, what we have note down, you have to analyze the things. A literature review is never just a list of studies. It allows offer an argument about a body of research. Analyze occurs in two levels: individual sources, body of research. While analyzing these two levels, you must consider individual sources and what is the body of that particular research. You have to define that while reading literatures. In analysis, these are 4 tasks you have to complete, starting with summarizing, synthesis, critique and compare. in summarizing and synthesis, in your own words, summarize, synthesize the key findings relevant to your study. Means while reading, you have to noting down the different question, different sources, and which will help you in drafting your literature review. But in analyzing section, you have to very clear again, what do we know about the immediate area, what are the key arguments, what are the key characteristics, what are the key concept and key figures of this particular research, what are the existing debates, theories of that particular study or research, what common methodology is used in previous research. You have to summarize these things while reading, researching and analyzing. Again, while analyzing, you have to write in simple languages. So, for simple language, for summary and synthesis is ABC has demonstrated so and so, early work by ABC, XYZ, PQR was concerned with so and so, like this. The authors compared quality dimensions for CRM, and you can also write this way also, additional work by ABC et al. Et al means when there is more than one author is represent a particular study, you have to write et al there. Instead of writing all authors name, you can write et al. Then ABC et al, PQR and XYZ et al deals with so and so, you can also write by this. Some research thesis which I have studied, which we have read, many of that write literature review in a same way again and again and complete their 40-50 pages chapter in a same sequence, like they write author's name, their year and continue what the author says, like that. But as per my concern, that is completely wrong method. I will show you how to write a proper literature review. For that we have taken these strategies. This is our third, analyzing. So, in analyzing, the remaining two tasks are critique and compare. Evaluate the strength and weaknesses of the work. You have to evaluate the strength and weaknesses of that particular research or that particular work and literature. How do the different studies relate? What is new, different or controversial? What new views need further testing? What evidence is lacking, conclusive, contradicting or too limited? What research, design or method seems unsatisfactory? You have to be criticize, we have to be compare these studies, this literature among themselves. While criticizing and comparing, you have to write, you have to summarize the things in a simple language that can be in this ambiguous but inconsistent study. You can say that is study is not consistent, but it is ambiguous. ABC and XYZ say so and so, you can say like this. This general result reflecting the random nature of flow of goods are similar to the reported by so and so other author. You can also write your criticize and you can also compare the studies. In this particular section, you can use various evaluative adjectives for that can be unusual, small, simple, explanatory, limited, restricted, complex, competent, important, innovative, impressive, useful, careful, like that. You can use this kind of adjective while criticizing, while comparing, while summarizing, while synthesizing the through analyzing section. So, in analyzing, putting all together, once you have summarized, synthesized, critiqued and compared your chosen material, you may consider whether these studies demonstrate the topic in chronological development. You must show different approaches to the different problem, show an ongoing debate, you can show in your analyzing section. Center and seminal study or studies demonstrate a paradigm shift while writing literature review. So, this will help you draft a proper literature review. This kind of strategic methods, steps help you in writing a proper literature review. Now, our fourth segment, that is drafting, very important segment. After planning, reading, research, then analyzing, drafting comes. What we have read, what we have researched, what we have summarized, what we have compared, critique, you have to draft in a systematic way. So, in drafting, it follows 4 different steps to help you your approach, your draft in a manageable fashion. This section address the following topics, that is thesis statement, introduction, organization, conclusion. We will see each of this topic one by one in drafting section, and we will able to try our final draft of literature review, so which will available for your revising section, your last strategic step, revising. So, this is our fourth drafting. In this we have to take 4 different steps or topic while drafting. It start with thesis statement. The thesis statement offer an argument about the literature. It may do any of or a combination of the following: offer an argument and critical assessment of the literature, provide an overview of current scholarly conversation, point out gaps or weaknesses in earlier research or literature, relate the literature to the larger aim of your study. You must be very clear while drafting your literature review. You must be very clear about your thesis statement. What you have studied while drafting your literature review, you have to write a thesis statement. Means starting introductory paragraph of your literature review, and you have to relate, you have to provide a larger aim relating to your study about the literature review. So, after writing thesis statement comes introduction. Again you have to provide a detailed introduction of your literatures in a paragraph. It indicates the scope of literature review, provide some background to the topic, demonstrate the importance or need for research. It also provide a claim to your proper literature review, or it's finally it offer an overview map of ensuring discussion. So, these 2 paragraphs starting with thesis statement and again introduction, this 1 or 2 different paragraph will help you to draft a proper literature review. Then organization. 3 common approaches to organizing the body of your research. It starts with topical, chronological, seminal study. Topical means the topic wise or topic wise, or we can say literature related to the same topic comes sequentially, or you can create further subtopics or heading while writing literature review. We will also see in detail topical and then chronological and then seminal study. In topical, there are some characteristics here while writing topical literature review. Most common approach. What is the most common approach to a particular subject? You have to get together the studies and literature, breaks the field into a number of subfields, sub areas, sub subjects and approaches that will help you to write a literature review in proper sequence. Discuss each subsection individually. Sometimes with critics of each also very important while drafting your literature review. Most useful for organizing a large body of literature that does not have one or two studies that stands out, and most important or a clear chronological development. So, suppose you are writing a large literature review, you have to be very clear, specific about the chronological development, about the different topic, different subfields, subject areas, approaches. In topical, 3 important areas of the field have been received attention, A, B, C. Likewise, X have been approached from 2 perspectives, F and G. The most important development in terms of Y has been so and so, Z has been an important area of study in the particular field. Like this, you have to differentiate your studies in a particular shape, and you have to write the literatures in a particular topic wise and subfield wise. In chronological development, list the studies in terms of chronological development. Useful when the field displays a clear development over a period of time, linear progression or paradigm shift. If you are doing literature of a chronological development, if your research allow you to study the chronological development, so you can draft your literature review in this sense. Otherwise, first topical, and then in topical you can choose chronological development. Likewise, in chronological development there may be some simple language for writing that the subject was the first studied by X, who argued, found. Likewise, in dash means year or date, Y modified, extended, contradicted X work by so and so, like this. Or today research by Z represent the current state of the field. Like this, you can write the chronological development and chronological literature review. Now, our final seminal study, we are in organization of our drafting of our literature review. That is our third point of drafting. Started with thesis statement, then introduction, then we have on in drafting section, organizing section. So, see the seminal study. It begins with detailed description of extremely important study. Later work is organized using another pattern. Most useful when one study is clearly most important or central in laying the groundwork for further research. In seminal study, you can write in simple way, in simple language. Typical language statement is here written. The most important research on the topic was studied by so and so. Following X study, research fell into 2 camps, extended by X work etc. so and so. Likewise, you can write. And finally, drafting conclusion. The fourth important component of drafting, after thesis statement, after introduction paragraph, after organization, it comes conclusion of your drafting, and then only you can draft your proper thesis literature review. Summarize the main finding of your review, provide closure of each and every literature, explain so what, implication for further research or connection to the current study, and important one, gap analysis. You have to analyze the gap between earlier research and it's help you in do the current research, and it provide your proper problem statement, so that you have to do this research work likewise. So, after drafting, final steps comes, that is revising. We are seeing the strategic steps. This is our 5th steps, important revising. What I can fine tune my draft, how I can fine tune my draft, some important tips for revising. Title is my consistent with the content of my research. Do I appropriately introduce my review? Does my review have a clear claim? In body of your draft you can see, is the organization is clear? Have I provided heading? Topic statement, have I clearly indicate the major ideas of each paragraph? Does my writing flow? Do I provide sufficient closure? Are there any major spelling or grammatical mistakes? So likewise you can revise your draft and you can final your literature review. Let us see a summary of your written literature review, or how can you write your proper literature review. As you read, try to see the big picture. Your literature review should provide an overview to state of the research. Include only those resource material that help you shape your argument. Resist the temptation to include everything you have read. Balance summary and analyze your write. Keep in mind your proposed purpose for writing. How will the review benefit readers? How does the review contribute to your study? You have to very clear about that. How your research contribute to your study, how this review will benefit to the readers, and you have to move on. After that your research work is actually going to start. So finally I conclude with my concluding remarks. Literature review is a piece of discursive prose, not a list of describing or summarizing one piece of literature another after another. That is not the proper literature review. You have to write in a systematic way, which we have discussed earlier. It's usually a bad sign to see every paragraph beginning with name of a researcher. It is completely a bad sign. I have already explained this. You have to very clear, you have to very sure about what you are writing, and you have to give some uniqueness every time, after literature, your new literature, you have to give some new concept over there. Organize the literature review into sections that represent themes or identify trends, including relevant theory. That is also help you to define your literatures in other way. Not try to list all material published, but synthesize and evaluate. Select a limited number of work that are central to your area rather than trying to collect a large number of work that are not closely connected with your topic and area. This is also important. While writing your thesis, while writing your literature review, you have to very clear, sure about that. You have to select the selected material, related material to your thesis, not providing the large number of literature you have collected or studied, not like that. That give a bad sign to your research work. And a proper literature review, proper drafting, proper revising, and having proper literature review will provide a creativity or a proper skill of researcher, and will helps to evaluate in proper way of the particular thesis. And you can also do your research work, remaining research work, in a proper way. So this is all over from my presentation, from my video. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, press the like button, kindly give your comment, and subscribe my channel for various commerce and management related or research methodology related videos. Thank you.